So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
That's interference.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Wilson going to throw for it. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations, they thought he couldn't run it? No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we were... Hey, Charles, can you give me water? Oh, geez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 7 yards the pick up there. From the 31, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 23. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. They go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Murray now to throw. Forced out to his left. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Play action. Now Wilson. flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On third down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson now to throw on third down. Buying time to his left. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now from Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. The Seahawks on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Carson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On 1st down, Connor, and he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Murray going to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. On the right side, caught by Green. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Connor on the read option. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They go play action with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 7. A minute 40 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing now is Wilson. Being chased out left. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now Wilson steps away to his left and completes it again to Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. On the return, Andy Isabella. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They start with a give to Connor. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
First throw of overtime for Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Yeah.
Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for the Seahawks, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular